Fine.
and then immediately got us off topic. So,
Yes.
Teehee.
who wants to play D&D now?
Yay.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do it.
right, we're recording. Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, I
Sound
already
seems to be
did the recap. Too bad y'all weren't around to hear it.
Fair. Hello and welcome to Cause and Effect. It's been a month since we played this campaign.
Oh, wow.
Technically 3 days short of a month. Last time we played was on the 6th of last month, and now it's the 3rd of this month. Which month? I'll never tell. June. It's June.
But which June?
Dun, dun.
2023,
Cleaver.
I think.
No.
Oh, that's neat. Sorry.
My name is Crash. I'll be your DM for the evening for a certain value of DM. Just like this will be a certain value of Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's hope
Tonight,
it's above great value.
I make no promises.
Come on, at least above Walmart.
I want to say that, but are you aware that you are in a community almost entirely made up of kobolds and ragtag adventurers and sheep?
Yeah.
There might be a target.
I am not a ragtag adventurer. I am very well buffed.
I'm the world's first mascot. Fear me.
With me tonight are a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, Io, Jen, and Millie.
Oh, crud. Ellie's here?
Afraid so.
I know, you owe her money.
Invite. Dang it. Ellie.
So,
What did I spend 2 packed slots on?
What?
you know what? That is the best on-topic non sequitur I've heard in a while. And if you think off-topic non sequitur is an oxymoron, you have not played Dungeons and Dragons.
Also, I
What?
think that's a pretty good recap.
The context is that I opened my character sheet. And for some reason, I'm down both my packed slots.
Also, you've used a bardic inspiration.
I think
I think-
remember what I used that on.
I think you weren't here for last session, and so you didn't take a long rest.
That might be. I don't mind
Yeah.
everyone pressing the long rest button for this session. Go right ahead and do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Underneath hit dice.
rest.
I also think you're still level 6 in Foundry.
Oh, that's there too.
Is your character level 7 in D&D Beyond?
Yes.
Actually, I think everyone's supposed to be level 6 right now.
Are we?
I'm level 7.
No, we,
No,
No,
you
we
must have
leveled
leveled because I'm level 6.
Okay. I gotta
I mean,
figure
last
that out.
session we just talked
Yeah, I'm
about sheep
level
wrangling.
7 in D&D Beyond. Do they not track to each other?
They do
Yeah.
if I
Do it
press the
manually.
button, which I'm going for now.
Also, I bought myself
There we go. Cavill is now level 7.
Where is that on the Foundry character sheet?
Gesundheit.
If you double click on the character sheet,
Uh-huh.
and then look right next to the portrait, there's a little D&D Beyond icon that the mod I installed puts there.
Okay.
And I click on that, then I click Start Import, and then a button comes up eventually.
Oh, this is a lot.
Yeah, that's why I do it. Because it
Okay.
is a lot.
Yeah, just do it. I can't sort this right now.
It's fine.
Valid.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, for a mech, I have pressed the button, and it's saying, I'm gonna take longer because you're recording and everyone's waiting for you.
Da, 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 da,
So
da,
when Tom is running a game and he's doing anything, he hums intermission music, specifically the intermission music from Monty
Yeah.
Python.
Yeah. It's,
Yes.
Yep, that's what he does.
And
You could
it
try to
really
make me
amuses
sing.
me every time.
I'm probably terrible. You could make me sing stuff. I'm probably terrible.
You know what? For some reason, it's not letting me update mech right now, so I'm just going to close that. And I'll come back to it later. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, it's possible that I deleted all my characters off of D&D Beyond. That
you
might be a
did?
problem. Yes.
You did, and I recreated the character from the
Ah.
PDF that you shared with me.
Okay.
So you'd be able to do this.
just so I could import it in, because that was before I had a way of importing all the books I own
Okay.
into Foundry. I have now
Okay.
done that.
Okay.
So I don't have all the books in there, but if I own it, it's in here. And considering I bought the digital version and the physical copy because
Of course.
I'm like that,
I feel you're morally in the right here.
yeah. Anyway, so a month ago, you decided to investigate what's going on with all these sheep. What's the deal with all these sheep? Well, Seinfeld, I will tell you. Ovisaries Rex who is a sheep that's the size, and I think I can hear Millie eating cereal.
Yep. There's a lot of crunching going on here.
I'm typing.
There's a lot of
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
I'm
funny to
gonna
me.
mute my typing.
Oh, that was typing.
I couldn't tell.
Okay.
It was very loud.
I will never forget that Eric was playing Minecraft during one of our games while he was playing the party cleric.
I remember that.
And every time he unmuted, we heard ghasts throwing fireballs. So he wasn't in a location where he could just, take it easy and relax and focus on the game. No,
I was playing.
he was
I remember
playing
that.
Minecraft,
Uh-huh.
intensely playing Minecraft. And I thought it was funny then. So no one has gotten to the point where I'm like, how dare you?
Like, excuse me, could you pay a little attention?
No, it's fine. The party healer is distracted. The
No
DM
worries.
is appreciating
worries.
this. This is great. If I was anyone else, I might be a little upset, but I'm not. I'm me.
Mhm.
And it's taken me a while to accept that, but oh well. So Ovisaries Rex, who is a sheep that's the size of a T-Rex with the stats of a T-Rex, but is still a sheep, had their food spiked. Basically made them go after anything that smelled like alcohol. Considering Ovisaries Rex was stabled
Next to the
to
bar.
a bar in a bed and
Not-
breakfast.
Smartest choice.
Well, it was if you wanted to destroy things.
If your idea was sabotage, it was kind of effective.
Mm-hmm.
And the party managed to intervene before Ovisaries Rex
Totally
started
destroy.
to check Chadrick's blood alcohol level.
It's just I'm so messed up that I'm sober.
You
Oh.
literally have the ability to create beer.
Yeah, and
every
then
day.
I remembered that after whining about it, and drank myself again.
You were sober, so you were so distracted by the pain and anguish of being sober that you forgot how to fix it.
Yeah, I was so shocked by actually sensing emotions and like sensing things that I just had to stop.
You could see clearly now. The beer goggles were gone.
It was horrible.
Yeah. So Ovisaries Rex is not the only sheep stabled in that particular barn. There's 3 others. Each of them had some degree of sabotage, not nearly as destructive. There was a tiny ladder that everyone had to walk under to take care of the sheep known as Thread Count. There was a mirror in a bag that was placed in Iron Wool's pen so that Iron Wool would step on it and break it, which did
Bad
happen.
luck, bad luck.
And a tiny little umbrella like the one someone would see put in a drink was left open and hidden in Lil E. Fleece's pen. By the way, except for Ovisaries Rex, all 3 of these sheep are named after sheep who did in fact win the Kentucky Derby. Well, they're named after horses who ran.
I was gonna
And one
say,
thing.
Like,
Yes.
how did the sheep get in? That's new.
It's a long story that was summed up with the expression of there's no rule that says a sheep can't be entered.
Ah.
I know jockeys are usually small, but
It turns out the sheep was riding the horse.
The sheep was the jockey.
Yes. It was pretty much just strapped to the horse's saddle.
That's
Oh my
incredible. However, don't forget, I'm riding the Rex.
Well, maybe someone can pull some strings to let Ovisaries Rex run in the race this time.
Mhm.
A lot of the kobolds think it's unfair to have a sheep the size of a T-Rex running in the race.
Well, that's on them. It's not this guy's fault for being born so big. Are you gonna fight?
Maybe they
the
should-
giant?
They should just have Ovisaries Rex run in the race as a promotional thing with, Chadrick flying a advertising
commercial on my
banner.
back?
And here's the thing. This is not a a setup where there's a prize of high value to be run. They have a trophy,
Mhm.
a single trophy that just gets passed around to the winner each night. There's no prize money. There's no fee to enter.
There's,
I-
There is
know.
gambling. There is gambling, but the
shocked.
gambling is done on the side.
there's gambling in this establishment? I'm
No
sure.
one. The kobolds are not shocked at all that there is gambling taking place.
Right,
Um,
right.
So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ride Mr. Rex around the lap once as like, like almost like the first pitch for a baseball game.
Okay.
Exactly.
Since I'm the
Right.
master.
What? Yeah, what were you saying?
What do you mean? What was I saying?
I thought you were saying like you were trying to get a word in.
Hmm?
Maybe not.
I thought I heard it too.
I was changing to being on my computer. I have not
Okay.
said
Oh,
anything
okay.
this whole time since it started.
I dropped a frosted flake.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Tragedy.
The world is doomed.
Mm.
Anyways, I'm gonna cry over dropped cornflakes.
Well, it wasn't spilled milk.
No,
And
this is
the-
dry.
The last thing that happened last session, if I remember correctly, was Tex contacted member service, not for teleportation. Tex was offering to create
Oh right.
a quest to find whoever was sabotaging these sheep so that the party could take the quest to find out who was sabotaging the sheep.
Because that gave us
That made it
was
sanctioned.
Yes.
Right. We're not just random people here. We're on official business and
We're on the
Can
clock. This is
report to
not
them.
just vacation.
right.
Before it was Family Medical Leave Act because you were here for A. Now you're here on business.
hmm
Yeah, now there's work.
Well, we ended that session with member services saying, oh yeah, to be honest, this is not the first time this has happened. So we do have some strategies for this. Your quest is pre-approved. And tonight's episode is called Pre-Approved Questing. So we can roll credits. I said the name. Session's over. We did it, everyone.
No.
Only only 14 minutes into the recording. No.
Yeah, speedrun any percent.
Speed run, we got 1%, which is better than 0%.
We didn't even leave the recap.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got to at least get up to milk percentage.
There's 1% milk.
There's 0% milk.
Fine.
It's called water.
Mhm.
Technically, any liquid
Is
could be
there
0%
a
milk.
reason that Foundry is not working?
Is it just a blank
Paused.
Yeah.
It's
It
waiting.
It takes a while to load.
screen?
It's
It takes a while to
long.
load.
Yeah. Especially
so
if
long
it's
to load.
been a while since you've seen a certain map. It takes a while to process. And I think since the last time you logged in, there have been multiple updates that I installed. Because the D&D Beyond importer has improved greatly, which is all back-end stuff that you won't end up seeing, but it makes my life easier, except for the fact that I can't level up a certain character named Mech. But
Oh, well.
Chadrick
Yeah.
is now moving very, very laggy, so he's about to move a lot.
oh no, I saw him moving around the whole time.
No. I pressed a bunch of okay, good. I pressed a bunch of buttons and then he moved like 3 seconds later. So I'm like, I don't know where he's going.
Well, I've just seen Chadrick like moving around like over top of tables and chairs and the bar, which to be fair, there was a sheep the size of a T-Rex that went over the same bar. So anyone can go over it now. It's
Kind of
been leveled,
squished.
to be fair.
You mean the table is level? The table came to level?
Yeah, if you get out the ruler, tell it's pretty even.
All right. So basically, member services has told you, okay, you're pre-approved, and then they call you right back and say, oh, so there's been a slight change. You're still doing this quest. That's fine. None of that has changed. But I've been asked to tell you you're going to need to report your findings directly to Monty
That's fair.
when he shows up.
Have we met Monty?
Yes, you met him on the
Yes.
moon.
Okay. Right.
Oh,
The,
right.
the kobold.
Yeah.
I think you've also seen him at Flag headquarters as well.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah, at least once. Yeah.
I was this close to having Tex turn and whisper, "Do we know a Monty?"
That is definitely something I'd expect Chadrick to say.
Valid.
No. Me and Monty, I think we had a chat. I think we're good.
I mean, you certainly
Chadrick
had
and
a chat on
Monty,
the...
or was it a 7-foot-tall tabaxi child who called him Grandpa?
No, Millie and Monty.
I actually do think that Chadrick has talked to Monty about A.
It's possible.
Or like with the baby Bjorn or something like that.
I think A has talked to Chadrick about the baby Bjorn.
I've made this joke before this afternoon, but I'm still a little disappointed that A isn't Canadian.
I'll be right back. My bird wants something. Hang on.
Oops.
My cat. Let's
You know, it took me a brief moment to get that, and when I did, unfortunately, there's no Canadian in the world of Circulus.
Oh, well.
Although this continent is in the southern hemisphere, no one's really gone into the northern hemisphere. Actually, wait, no, that's not true. The other continent on the other side of the planet is technically in the northern hemisphere, but you haven't gone to the northern part of that. Anyway.
It's an excuse to introduce the kobolds to poutine.
Actually, it'd be an excuse to introduce the concept of maple bacon.
That too.
That too. Mm.
So,
There's going to be the one kobold barbarian named Helga who's a vegetarian, just surrounded by kobolds who are like.
Just wonder. Yeah, that relates to something else.
So you only eat like bacon that's made of carrots?
I can't imagine what her response would be.
You don't eat bacon? Well, what about ham or pork?
Yeah, for those unaware, this is the character I'm playing in one of a different game and type of things. Yeah.
Also, I think you played Helga in our Cypher game. A different version of Helga. But yes.
Oh, I think I did, yeah.
Yeah. Where we stacked cars. Well, you did.
Well, yeah.
So we are, based on this recording, 20 minutes in and just finished the recap.
That's the thing.
Granted, we haven't played in a month.
Mm.
yeah.
I will gather the rest of the party and explain the plan.
All right.
Oh,
That
we're
is
gonna get paid now?
No, we're not getting paid. We just have to report things. I think
Well, if it's a mission, that means we get paid.
Technically, because you're reporting it to Monty, that means it might not count as a quest that the party created itself. So
Which
you
means
might still get paid.
that.
It depends on if Monty has any money.
Regardless, Tex has already set aside the amount of gold that this level of quest would pay out.
I think the conversation about that before was Tex doesn't eat and doesn't buy anything. Right. So Tex has just been saving the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you keep it, Tex? In your chest cavity or something?
You technically have a bank account.
I have a flag.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good to know.
Because the higher level parties are getting thousands of gold per quest. So rather than saying, here you go, 5 tons of gold for your successful mission, which, they'll give it to you if you ask for it, you could just have it on your tab.
Which is much better. So we have to investigate.
I want to get in the costume.
All right, you have a costume.
Well, if I'm going to be the world's first mascot.
Eeny, Meeny, and Miny, the 3 kobolds besides Mo, who's the cook, who take care of this bed and breakfast, are very eager to help Chadrick with a costume. They have a potato sack that they are using some type of paste to attach wool to. It's probably wool. Nope. Actually, some of it looks like cotton swabs.
Concerning.
For it. Let's go.
Wait, I need to get your measurements. So what's Chadrick's height? Tall. All right, got that written down. What's the width? Human width. All right, got that written down.
So
what's the height again?
Tall.
About 2 kobolds high.
Tall kobolds or short kobolds?
Medium kobolds.
That's a thing?
Okay, come here. How high up on my body do you go?
Head height.
2 of you.
They come up and Meanie gets on Miny's shoulders and is standing to look at you in eye level. Here's the question, though. Are you slouching?
No, I have good posture. Duh.
Okay. I mean, you're sober, so you could have been slouching.
Chadrick believes in looking picture perfect at all times, just in case the Lloyds are around.
Gotta look good for the paparazzi.
My dad is really concerned about his image.
You know what? I think I see why I'm not able to update Mech's character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot find Mech's character sheet in D&D Beyond.
It's not there anymore. I took them all off.
Yes, but I recreated characters in D&D Beyond. That's how I have Utashi in there. Utashi's.
Oh, okay.
So far as D&D Beyond is concerned, it's my character now.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
Yes, but that's only for the purpose of getting the details in place.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot see a sheet for Mech, which probably means at some point I forgot to do that.
That's possible.
So that's
But
the thing I'm going to have to do.
Yeah. Well,
Not
the thing
the
is,
second.
Foundry says that she's level 6. That's all I could glean from
Oh,
that.
So-
Anyway.
That is
Huh?
an update that we'll need to do.
Yeah, just
Okay.
up the level
Just not
later.
the second.
Up the level later.
Because if I have any words to say as to how this session's going, we ain't doing no battle.
But what would we be battling anyway?
Exactly.
Kobold bookies.
No, they're cute.
I'm gonna keep
A's
all of
final
them
form.
What is A's final form anyway?
Z.
Well, remember, you're here because A was technically transitioning.
Yeah.
June is
Mhm.
Pride Month. But
Right.
in game, it might be July, which is Wrath Month.
Yeah, that's valid.
I mean, we do know that A is going to backstab us all someday.
Well, that is what you
Except
keep
for
saying.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because there was one character locked in a bathroom while the rest of A's clan was killed.
I
That
am
character
seriously
locked
responsible.
themselves in the bathroom is actually a point in their favor.
Yeah, see, this is my MO for a reason. It keeps me out of being blamed.
And I keep clicking on things in Mech's character sheet going, well, what if I click here? Can I just change the level to 7? And it's like, no, why would you want to do that?
Yeah,
It's-
I can't make it work either.
This is a thing that I would have figured out if I wasn't using the shortcut of just using D&D Beyond.
Mm.
Dang it, I think I know we have to actually learn how to use the system.
I might have to learn to use the tool I've been using this whole time.
Okay.
Crazy.
I can't do the sound right now, but imagine, if you will, that wonderful groan sound that Millie makes when they're told to do something like
That's
further the plot.
If you just type in
Take-
23000 underneath level 6,
I
will it auto
did.
level you? Ah.
I
right
did,
there.
and the little bar at the bottom says,
Uh-huh.
the bar is full. You can level up. Okay, let me level up. Do what? now?
Ow. Interesting. Okay, anywho.
Can't have that.
Providing quality content for listeners.
Everyone always says anywho. No one ever says anyhow.
Occasionally.
Yeah, in between all of my weird sounds and all of the...
This
We're doing
is
great.
normal.
It
And,
is, which
as
is
has been
the
pointed
fun
out,
part.
quality streaming content.
Yes.
I assume I'm explaining this while Chadrick is putting his costume on.
That sounds reasonable.
I mean, that sounds about right.
There is face makeup involved. It mostly involves gluing more cotton balls to your face. And glitter. For some reason, my knee has glitter.
This is fair. Chadrick deserves glitter.
I'm gonna walk over to Tex and very quietly ask, is this some sort of religious thing they're doing, or what is this?
It's fashion, honey.
Oh, fashion. Well, I'm sure I know nothing about that either.
Eni is standing right between Tex and Mech rather, when you ask this. And Eni, yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm not the first one to make that joke.
No, I did that on purpose, though.
And I did it unintentionally.
Found
Although
it.
I retroactively intended every pun that I've ever made.
Obviously.
But Eni just sort of pipes up to answer Mech's question. Actually, we just think it's funny that Chadwick's putting up with it. We wanted to see how far we could go.
That's fair.
Very fair.
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
respect
I think
that.
Yeah.
I think the glitter is a bridge too far, but only because it gets everywhere. I'm never going to get that glitter off of that table or the floorboards
No.
or the chair. Why is it on me? I'm on the other side of the room.
It's glitter.
Roll for glitter.
That's what my role. Is that
The
a
big
survival-
bad of the campaign was
Oh my
glitter.
gosh.
You all knew it was coming.
Mhm.
The person running the game is an art teacher.
And a-
Are we actually rolling for glitter? Okay.
No, you're not.
I will.
But I appreciate that Hobby got a 16 rolling for glitter. Chadwick got a 14. Tex got a 13.
I also hope that you like the different
We-
skills we chose.
I was going to say we all chose different skills.
Acrobatics is valid. Survival, very valid. Performance, I don't know what you're talking about. This glitter was a part of my chassis all along.
Fair.
Technically, glitter goes back far in Meepo's clan at the very least. So.
That
I
and
found
the
her-
color pink.
I
found how to level.
I thought we were rolling for intentional glitter.
That if I required you to put in alignments, that would require an alignment change, I can assure you.
Intentional glitter would and should require
Yes.
deep conversation.
Any chaotic alignment.
Anyway, I found how you can level now.
And
It'd be
I fixed
chaotic,
it.
chaotic. How do you level?
I got it.
You got
Oh.
okay.
How did you do this?
I read what Archbeth wrote in the chat.
Features classes is a pull down for level. Where's
Yes.
feature?
Middle.
Oh, there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I moved it to 7.
And hey, your hit points went up to 76 out of 66.
What? It what? I don't see that on my
It's on my end. It says your hit points are 76 out of 66.
Okay. I don't understand, but all right.
I have changed it to 76.
Yes, I do see this.
Oh, and now your hit points are 86 out of 66.
I'm not seeing that on my character sheet now. Let me bounce out of there a little bit and then come back and see.
Anyway, I do
No,
like
it's not.
Foundry, but my word,
That sure is something.
you can try to change Mech's hit points. It only makes Mech more powerful. Perhaps you're actually at negative 10 hit points, but it's an unsigned integer.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on there. Mine just says the same as it did before. It says 23,000 to and then /34,000. So
No, we're looking at
Oh,
hit
it-
points.
hit points. Oh,
Yeah,
hit points. Okay.
we're next to your character.
Oh,
Ellie
wow,
shared
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it now. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Mech is like, if I level up, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
You cannot be.
My hit points cannot be contained by a maximum number.
I like to go 110% with everything I do. Thank you.
No one can go
Well,
110%. I beg to differ.
Try.
I'm running it on an old Pentium chip. That's an old deep cut, but never mind.
I mean, it fits your background, you know. Alrighty.
So that is a problem for Future Crash to figure out, if it is
Mhm.
indeed a problem.
No, I think that's a solution. I think that.
I think it is, yeah.
Not
And-
a bug feature.
And with the disguise kit check that Chadwick has made, unintentionally furthering the plot,
Oh no.
I thought I might as well do a costume check.
I know. I'm not upset about it. However, that 9 that you've
It's
rolled
not a
is
good
canon.
Costume check.
Well, it is intelligence based.
Yeah,
Chadwick is successfully in costume.
that's right.
It is possible.
Where is costume relative to us?
Not important.
Chadwick?
Yep, yeah.
One can understand that Chadwick's costume is to make Chadwick look like a sheep. This may be because some of the cotton swabs that have been glued to the burlap potato sack spell out the word sheep mascot.
I'm so good at this.
They're on the back. That was put there by one of the kobolds.
I'm really
Also, that's
good.
where the most of the glitter is. But that might be because with a roll of 9, Chadwick may have sat in it.
It happens.
It does. As an art teacher, I can tell you, yes. I once bought glitter crayons for lessons because I thought, well, the glitter is already encased in wax, so that'll keep it in place. I won't have to worry about the students not using enough glue. Friends,
No.
I was wrong.
I
Friends,
used glitter
countrymen,
crayons.
bend your ears.
I used glitter crayons on a lithography stone when I was in college. It worked really well. Anyway, go on.
While we're sitting here waiting for Chadrick to get his costume on, the other team that's here.
Oh yeah, our friends.
Actually, how long does it take for Chadrick to get the costume on?
Oh, this is a good 40 minutes, but most of it is because the kobolds keep moving over to the side to snicker.
Okay. I would like, and Tex is doing this deliberately. I would like the armor class and current hit points of every character in the room.
All the
Did you keep
kobolds
for yourself?
All the kobolds
Sorry?
have 5 hit points and an armor class of 12.
All right.
A stiff sneeze might kill one of them.
I have 67 HP.
They have the. I can look at the PC's hit points.
Hmm.
I just wanted to be included.
Beth, Text is trying to figure out who to defend.
Yes, I know. I'm just going. You would like them to keep them? You're going to keep their hit points?
Can I have them? Can I put them in a cage? Can I keep them safe?
You keep my hit points? You keep my hit points like the British Museum?
Away from who
Yeah,
they belong
totally.
to, see?
Be right back, making an NPC named Miette.
Tabaxi.
Sorry, you.
I'm dead. Ow, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm dead. Ow.
So we're doing well.
This is for people who are curious. This is a fighter ability called Know Your Enemy.
I'm a little concerned that you use that on all of your friends.
Like I said, Tex wants to know who to defend.
Yeah.
Like if the other team's armor class and hit points are on a par with ours, then I'm not going to worry too much about them.
Oh, like Mr.
They're probably
Bartman?
better. They're probably better than we are, honestly.
Well, can you see the other party's hit points or no? Because
Um,
you said you can see the players, and the way I made the other characters, they're technically players.
oh wait, no,
Okay.
no, I can't see them in the actor list.
Okay. So Fori, who is the party cleric, has 10 hit points and an armor class of 16. Kurg, the tank, has 97 hit points and an armor class of 20.
I was about to say, I'm like, that other character is living on the edge.
He's living on the edge, but he's also the cleric of a god who, in a previous campaign, was wiped from existence.
So not really doing too great.
No. And probably for the best if he doesn't run into any of the characters who survived that.
Okay, but
No
did he
that.
try to build a forge in the middle of a street?
He did not.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him.
He wouldn't have been able to. Dirge, the rogue, has 91 hit points and armor class of 16. And Jex, the bard, has 40 hit points and armor class of 13. But also a Zulkun, which might allow Jex to hold aggro.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's very important.
Holding aggro or having a Zulkun?
Yes.
Yes.
Fair.
All good information to have. I appreciate you telling me.
In case you're wondering, I have 67 hit points and armor class of 18. You can still protect me, though.
Hobby, you're a rogue.
Yeah. So normal for level 6.
Let me double check.
Considering that Cavil has rather a lot more, I'm a bit concerned here.
I just need to check.
What's your constitution?
12.
So you get +1 per
Mm-hmm.
level. You're level 6.
Mhm.
Rogues have a 1d8.
Mhm.
So 6 times 8 is
Math.
Yeah.
6 times 8
Yeah,
is
6 ti-
48.
6 times 8
6 times
is
8 is-
math.
Yeah, 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 6 is 54 is what you should have.
I guess I'm going to have to fix that on Foundry just a moment. That way I'll keep them in order.
I was going to say Tex is beefy, but she should not have 60 more hit
fixed it.
points than you do.
I seem to remember a similar conversation when looking at Kobold stats. All right. So you now know everyone's hit points and armor class. You now have a quest. It's 43 minutes into the recording, and we're 2 minutes into the action. I love this.
What?
Oh my. Okay.
So I should have 60. Okay. 54. Something.
It is worth noting that I actually honestly do love this. I enjoy my Saturday evenings because I get to play this game. I will not complain about being off topic. This is fun for me.
Oh, good.
mean, this whole campaign is based on the idea of why should I have to write the DM.
This whole campaign is based off the idea of this is a herd of cats. Would I be able to get them to do anything anyway?
No.
Oh.
The most I've been able to get you as a group to agree on something is by doing a horrible thing to A,
Mm-hmm.
who you were supposed to kill in session 1.
No one said we had to.
We object to someone else doing a horrible thing to A.
Yeah,
Right.
only we're allowed to do horrible things.
And we refuse to do any further horrible things to poor A.
I never did a horrible thing to A.
Also, you're probably going to laugh when I say this, but the Kobold game that's currently running is, I think, the most heavily plotted game that I've been in with you.
Wait, the Kobold game is currently running? Guys, I gotta go.
We were all wondering where you were.
So,
Thank you, Millie. Not me.
I am me. The most questionable character of this party is the one person not responsible for horrible atrocities to Cole.
Hmm?
To be fair, though, I'm not even supposed to be here.
you tripped and fell into the teleportation circle.
That's my favorite thing.
I have never been happier for a nat 1 to be rolled.
So happy that I have. It's
The dice were completely in agreement with this plan.
I'm really bad at my game, at my life.
I need to find some way to have the plot make Chadrick fall into that circle, or else I'll need to finagle something. Nat 1. Oh, never mind. We're good.
Yeah, never mind. I did it myself.
Yep.
DIY at its best. On that note, there were other patrons that were in here. They all have been, I'll be fair, I'll be honest, they've been sticking around to watch the whole Chadrick costuming thing.
All they had to do is say that A would appreciate it, and I'm here.
I don't recall anyone saying that.
I just felt it.
In the Force.
I knew that A would appreciate it.
Yes.
I feel like I'm referencing something by saying, no, actually, I don't think anyone said that.
Close enough.
It's probably Simpsons. I'm probably referencing something in Simpsons.
Could be.
Maybe the episode where Bart fell in the well and Sting was helping, and not while one of my fans is in trouble. Actually, I don't remember Bart listening to any of your music. Marge, stop. He's a good digger. Anyway, the bar is emptying.
Okay.
Dirge has made a beeline out of the bar, and the others are following.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the races?
It is time for the races. The big hint is Dirge making a beeline, because Dirge has been doing very well.
Oh, no.
Betting.
That's a 14 charisma check for mascotting, I am certain.
Yeah, that was me trying to do my... Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my inspiration. Just because I haven't used it in a long time, I've been holding on to that for quite a few sessions.
There's a house rule that some DMs use where they give inspiration to everyone every session.
There we go.
But they don't give it during the session. You just start again with it every session.
No,
So
I'd
you're
rather
encouraged
make
to
you
use
laugh
it.
again in the future, but there we go. I've opted it.
You gotta... Oh, I see how that goes. I saw 1d20 plus 3, and I saw the answer was a 24, and I thought, math? But it's 1d20 plus 3 plus 0 plus 3 plus 0. However it's doing that, it did that.
Yeah, because it's like my proficiency bonus is 3, and then plus I have a plus 3 because I am good at talking.
You're a charisma monster, that's all.
Yeah. My charisma and my constitution are very good.
Christmas, no.
Okay. I can safely say that while you might not be the first mascot on this planet, you are the first mascot to attend the sheep races.
And I am milking it for all that I have.
That's
Sheep,
changing.
sheep.
Bah!
I'm wondering what the sheep, and this is in character, I wonder what the sheep will do when they see this mascot.
Can chase them around
Probably
and find out.
not accept Chadrick as one of their own.
I've already mind melded with them.
Oh, well, all right.
This is true. This is true.
Sheep
Which
are
is my
not
favorite
known.
sentence to say.
Actually, I can do a thing. So if you take a look at Chadrick's icon,
Hmm.
Bah! Bah!
Where's that?
you're
at?
welcome.
Bah! 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 On Foundry.
On Foundry. Okay, I'm waiting for it to
I
load.
see
'cause
my
it's not-
character in a blank screen.
Mine's, yeah, also in a blank screen.
Everything's in black and white.
Yeah, we're in a dark place. The lights aren't on yet. We're before the race.
Yeah, I don't see anybody's
Oh,
character
good.
except my own.
Give me a moment. I'll turn the lights on. I just gotta find the light switch.
Oh,
I don't have
that's
Bezos
what it
brain.
is. I have dark vision.
Oh, I have dark vision too, so I'm having fun.
This explains why I see everything and why it's in black and white.
Memo to
Well,
self.
the lights
Get
should
dark
be
vision.
on now.
Not for me.
Still
Not
black
yet.
and white for me.
It's not black and white.
Dag
It's just
nabbit.
black.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna rename this session to Trouble with Foundry.
Yeah. If that's exactly what I'm seeing, but my character, yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Hey,
it's,
see
it's
Chadrick
likely a
running
problem
around?
on my end, and I found a way to fix this before because my students had the same issue for our after-school club. The question is, how do I fix it? Ah, I think I got it.
This is a
Ah.
house of it.
Ah, there we go.
There we are.
I found the light
Words.
switch.
Yay.
Sure enough, Chad took the sheep.
Nah.
Where is he? Oh, yeah, that's a sheep. That's
Been a little
delightful.
sheepish guy.
That is just delightful, honestly.
Okay, and the sheep are being placed on their starting lines. Ovis Aries has been given a heck of a handicap.
I'm dancing in the middle. I want everyone to understand that if they mess with me, this is obviously a party, and therefore I am allowed to use my divine power to smite you for doing a party foul towards me.
So you get seats in the infield. I see how it is. I should have said this 5 minutes ago, but do you want to take 5 minutes?
We can take a break. We've been recording for about 52 minutes.
Oh,
we-
This
we
might
just had a
only be
major
10
scene
minutes
change.
in. All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna hit the pause button then. My only regret is I did not unpause before you said that.
Hee hee.
Now no one
I'm
will ever know.
basically just waiting for thing to happen that I can have some bearing on.
Understandable.
Valid.
That's pretty much the game.
Huh.
It's to be fair, it has been more chaotic than usual.
So,
Who would have?
I'm now just going through that website of bad localizations. There's so many.
Oh well.
Urge to murder rising. Anyway, the race is about to start.
Hooray.
Chadrick is cheering. Chadrick, were you cheering on any particular sheep or just cheering?
I am here to celebrate the occasion.
Okay.
I don't
And
have
I
a
do-
favorite. I mean, I do like Ovisaries Rex a lot because we bonded more. But like, I'm just here to have a good time.
All right. That makes sense. So I am going to not do a measurement.
Are you sure?
Before anyone does anything, can I, like, fly up to watch from above?
Yes,
Ooh,
yes, you
neat.
can, and I encourage you to do this.
And do
How high up do you
commentary.
fly?
If you hold a camera, you can be the camera person.
I believe someone has a microphone canonically.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, just be the drone.
And the phone. I would like to go high up enough that I have a good top-down look at the location.
All right.
I'm
You
gonna
basically have an
patch-
apps eye view.
I'm going to patch Cavill's microphone into my shoulder speaker.
I
Oh,
love every
cool.
moment of this. And by the way,
Ah.
the map.
I think I see what's going on. I'm the announcer now.
Yes.
You don't have
there's
to be if you
another.
don't want to be.
No, I do.
There's a kobold who was sitting behind a desk with a much smaller, horrible-looking microphone that just like takes their hat off and slams it to the ground and stomps away. This is not canon. It does not actually happen. Before they were just like, okay, and they're off. Okay, this one won. But no, this looks like a more serious thing. You've got a mascot now. You have an announcer now. This map I made very quickly, but imagine, if you will, there are in fact stands that people can be in. You can be standing at the edge if you want. Kobold OSHA has installed guardrails. Kobolds have taken it down when Kobold OSHA representatives weren't looking. Anytime they hear anything about Zeely coming down to the surface again, they just magically reappear. If Zeely comes down quickly enough that they don't notice, they say, well, they burned up. They usually get away with saying they burned.
So this racetrack is not currently kosher, is what you're saying.
It's not currently kosher compliant, especially because the largest and deadliest of the sheep is on the outside ring of the track, and therefore most likely to trample someone to death. It's fine, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Okay, so Ovis Aries is going to go. They're all going to go, but let's see how far Ovis Aries goes first. I rolled a 4 for a kobold. Pretend that was Ovis Aries. There we go. Lil E Fleece is next. Lil E
And
Fleece.
they're off.
And Lil E Fleece seems to not exactly be going in a straight line.
Doing its best.
There's a few kobolds that are near you that are groaning and like tearing up their tickets already.
But you did make it hexes.
Yes, because hexagons are the bestagons.
Okay.
Every time I've given you a map that was squares other than the flag headquarters, it was because I hadn't figured out how to do hexagons. Or someone else made the map. Thread count seems to just be going in a straight line. They've gotten to the part where they should be going around a curve. Should be.
Should.
And Iron Wool has moved over to the green and is starting to eat the grass. Chadrick is... Are you trying to help Iron Wool out, or just cheering because Iron Wool appears to be your audience now?
A little bit of both.
Give me a performance check.
My 24, could I cut it?
No, that was for before the show.
Oh, true. That was for the pre-show.
The crowd went wild. What they went wild with is anyone's guess.
Nope.
That's a nat 1.
Oh no.
That is a nat 1.
Chewing
Face
on my
plant.
shoes.
Face plant.
Iron Wool
7.
moves closer to you and starts chewing on the burlap sack portion of your outfit.
No, stop it. No.
Iron Wool may be part goat.
Goats don't actually eat things that aren't edible. They just are very curious, and they have no hands, so they have very dexterous lips.
That's
So they
true.
won't feel everything in their mouths. So what is this? What is-
Actually, that's true. This is a fun fact.
Mhm.
You can put solar panels in goat fields, but not in sheep fields, because the goats won't eat the wires.
Oh, they'll just mouth them a bit and go away.
Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, this isn't edible."
Lily Fleece has gone in a different straight line, has ended up also on the grass, and is starting to eat the grass. Thread
The
count.
sheep have their own priorities.
Thread count is now in the inner ring and seems to actually be doing not bad, all things considered. Now, keep in mind, each of these sheep does have a kobold jockey on top of them.
So the kobold jockey's just sitting there?
No, they are actively trying to get the sheep to do the thing. The sheep are doing a thing. They are not doing the thing.
Because sheep.
Because sheep.
I don't
They
think
are
that-
not known for the smartest of the farm animals.
I almost did something and then I realized it would probably be a bad decision, so I'd not. do
When
it.
has that ever stopped this party?
Well, I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to use my deck of illusions and accidentally like summon a freaking like berserker or hill giant in the middle of the racetrack.
Indeed.
Oh my.
Agreed.
Also, I haven't rolled, I think, above a 5 for Ovisaries Rex yet.
It takes a while
Obviously,
to get
Rex
that
is
bulk up to
tired.
speed.
I guess
And
so.
also- I mean, officers might be tired after all of their excitement the other day.
They may not have noticed they have a jockey.
They're meandering.
The jockeys. Sorry.
I was about to say, what if I pull out my whip, the one that I used to contain Ovisaries Rex yesterday, and also use it to try and extricate the sheep from me?
I just
Give me.
want to note. Sorry, Crash. Go ahead, please.
You go first.
I was just going to observe that Ovisarius Rex is the only one who's currently observing the line markers.
Ovisaries Rex hasn't rolled high enough for movement in order to cross them. But yes.
Mm-hmm.
Amble.
And apparently my request roll button is not working.
I just did an intimidation check with a
Okay,
whip.
that's not the check I was going to ask you, but this is better. You attempt to scare Iron Wool off of you, like, no, bad sheep.
Got a 16.
Iron Wool walks past you.
Thank God. Thank God. I go back to dancing.
The crowd is going wild because now technically Iron Wool is in the lead. Never mind that Iron Wool has basically just gone straight north.
Right. Still in the grass.
Still on the grass, still technically in the center.
Mm-hmm.
In honor of this being a kobold-led race, I set up rules for how this should be done, and I have ignored every single one of them so far.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Valid.
And now Thread Count is in the lead, and Novus Aries stops there. Still almost where the rest of the sheep started.
Meander.
Novus Aries
Meander.
puts their head down and starts chewing on something on the track.
Can I mind meld with the sheep again?
Which one?
Ovisaries Rex, he's my favorite.
Okay.
You're cheating. You're cheating for this.
You mind meld with the sheep. Now, I'm going to say because of your background as a psychic character that I don't require a roll for surface memories. I will, however, require... Actually, are you trying to do anything for the sheep or just see what they're thinking?
I'm trying to convince him to run.
Okay. In that case, I will require an animal handling check.
No.
Well, technically, with your bonus, that's a 9.
That wasn't quite a 1, just a 2.
It was
what
a
you're
7.
getting...
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 on the die, but there was a +2.
Right. Yeah,
so-
right, sorry.
But what the surface thoughts you're getting from Ovisaries Rex, as Ovisaries is ignoring you just as much as Ovisaries is ignoring their jockey, is, had this taste before.
How did... Oh, no. What is
Okay,
on?
Thread count has an 8, so thread count is going to continue to go around this way.
I have concerns.
Is there something going on?
Iron Wool got a 17.
Oh,
Iron
man,
Wool is going to go
Iron
straight
Wool's
up.
ahead.
Straight up. Bye. Off you go.
Now,
Okay.
but behind you, I didn't put it on the map, but those are the stands. Iron Wool is going up the bleachers.
Taking the fight to the man. Woo!
The crowd goes wild.
Get off
It'd
the
be
tube.
sick nasty, but the thing is I can't get sick. Woo!
Where did Iron Wool go off to? Whoops.
The
Straight
stands.
up.
Oh, whoops. I see.
They'll
Excuse me,
eat
did you
fleas.
say Iron Wool went straight up?
Yeah.
Straight
Not
north.
straight north.
Straight up the bleachers, basically.
You still have full dominance over the airspace.
Yeah.
I assure you.
Still the skies.
I am not beset by a flying sheep.
You're not beset by you're not beset by a flying sheep yet.
Yeah, if there's a flying sheep, I think that means we need to adopt it into the family.
Hobby, would you please see if you can control that sheep?
Do I get to control the sheep? It's left the track. Hobby is going to indeed go bouncing around. Let's see. Do that over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sheep!
Yeah, sheep does come after 5. You're right.
I count too.
At least you weren't trying to count the sheep. That way lies problems.
Indeed, vast problems. Actually, there's one thing that I ought to be doing, which is I should use my feline agility because Hobby would like to jump on the sheep.
There is currently a kobold jockey on Iron Wool still.
Oh no.
So
Jewel.
this just means that I get
There is
part of-
one sheep here that looks built to carry more than one occupant, whether or not they are of small
all
size.
right.
I'm not saying you can't do this. I just want an accurate mental picture in everyone's head
This is
of an average-sized tabaxi attempting to ride an average-sized sheep who already has an average-sized kobold.
I feel like what is going to happen is that there's going to be a tabaxi, who would like very much, that gets on top, who would like to basically have one paw on each corner of the sheep, just sort of arched over the poor kobold.
Can there be a sidecar?
No, the sheep does not have a sidecar. If that is a thing you wish to build later, I may allow the attempt.
What if I crochet
Actually, I would
one?
definitely allow the attempt. I don't know if the kobolds would allow the attempt.
What if
But
I
ordered-
crocheted one?
at this exact moment, the person in the middle of the map dressed as a sheep, and keep in mind, I'm using air quotes for the words dressed and sheep, is not able to build a sidecar for the sheep in the stands.
I assume that from my vantage point, I have seen no evidence of foul play by anyone but possibly my own party. In their attempts to make the race actually work.
Yes, technically, the people who were breaking the most rules were the ones that was trying to get everyone to follow the rules in the first place. And this, I'm going to say, is so on brand for a kobold run race.
I do have a question though.
You can't follow the rules, that's against the rules.
I do have a question. This one actually might be a level of smart and helpful. Why are they all running due north? Is there something north that's attracting the sheep?
Sheep know kobolds feed them, and most of the kobolds are at the north end.
Oh, I was hoping there were some shenanigans afoot.
Just
There may be
kobolds.
shenanigans afoot, but that might be the first thing that comes to mind.
Wait, I'm in the middle of dancing.
By the way, up in the stands,
Yeah.
Hobby.
Mhm.
So you are surrounded by kobolds up there. They're not on the map, but you're
Nope.
surrounded by them
I see
Okay.
nothing.
because you're in the stands. That's the audience, and
Right.
I'm about to sneeze.
Good night.
I see nothing. I tried to do a perception check to see if I could see any shenanigans, but apparently I'm
Nope.
dancing too hard.
I mean, you've probably got stuff flopping over your face because, you're dressed like a sheep, Scott.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
There is definitely glitter in Chadrick's eyes.
Yeah, with my pluses, it's around an 8, but I'm not doing much.
So, Ovisaries Rex is eating something that's on the track. The track is mostly dirt. It's kept dirt, except for the lines they paint.
I don't know.
Not the
can I
other
do-
jock.
Can I do
Oh.
a dance to Cavil to zoom in on the
I use my
feet?
flagstone to ask Chadrick to check in on Ovisarius.
Am I allowed off of the green?
There's nothing stopping you. There would be a safety guardrail, but it is not there currently, and there may or may not be char marks where the fence posts were.
Hmm.
I would like to investigate this space. Oh, cool! I did that one.
You got a 13. You're investigating. You see... Oh, well, my cat just jumped up on my computer and pressed the Windows key. Thank you, Socket.
I see a cat butthole.
This is not the fourth wall we want to break.
No.
Speaking of
No.
cats, I was telling Hobby what Hobby was seeing.
All right.
I didn't finish. So you're surrounded by kobolds. One of them is sort of wrapped up in a blanket, which you first took for a poncho with how they're wrapped up in it, or a shawl. But no, it's a blanket. And they reach out and pat Ironwool on the head and say, "Nice, sheepy," and then they look right at you. "Oh, hi.
Wave, wave. Is it
Having
A?
fun?" It's A.
A. Hi. Hope you're doing okay.
"Oh, well, they said I was doing well enough that I could come to this. I think they might have said that because they all wanted to show up here too.
Probably.
But
If you're not,
yeah,
it's good to see you.
likewise, I think. Is that sheep over there really far away or really close? It's hard to tell. Perspective is weird."
The there's one giant sheep who's pretty far away, and Chadrick is dressed up to look like a sheep and is in the middle there.
The one that seems to have put Chadrick's head entirely in its mouth.
That's my friend.
That would be the giant sheep.
Yes,
Crash?
Chadrick. Yes?
Would you please request a perception roll from Cavill?
Oh no.
My request roll mod seems to be broken right now. I cannot.
Okay.
I can make Cavill make a perception roll, but I can't request a roll from Cavill. That's not annoying at all.
EO,
My
I assume you
passive
can
is
just
21, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, anything you want to notice with a 21, you're pretty much going to notice. Also, you have an aerial view of the entire thing. What do you want to be noticing in particular?
Well, I came up here to look for any sign of anything going on that, like, actually shouldn't be going on, as opposed to shouldn't be going on in the normal kobold way where...
So on purpose shenanigans?
I think...
Yeah, on purpose shenanigans rather than the kobolds got distracted and bored shenanigans.
Other than naturally born shenanigans. The difference
feel
between
like-
homemade or store-bought.
I
remember
feel like that
Oliver
needs
Stone
to be
film.
a more difficult roll than perception. Because you can see all this stuff, but how do you define the difference between all these different shades of green? Or whatever. But you are definitely
perception
noticing...
plus.
Yes, but that costs extra. You have to... That's a freemium account. You are definitely noticing, from your vantage point, that Hobby seems to be having a conversation with someone covered in a blanket in the stands, instead of taking care of the sheep that Hobby went up there to follow.
Yeah, I was going to follow that.
And that may have gotten your interest, but then your attention is distracted away from that by Ovis Ares putting their entire mouth around Chadrick's head.
I'm checking to see what he's eating.
You!
I'm,
The answer is you!
You know, like when you stick your hand in a dog's mouth to get something out that isn't supposed to be there.
What is that? Drop it. Drop it.
Drop it. That's
Millie-
what I'm doing. I'm like, get it out. No,
Does
drop it.
Chadrick get their inspiration back?
Billy, I think
Yes.
you have super inspiration.
No, here's the thing. Chadrick might be saying to Ovis Ares, drop it, to whatever Ovis Ares just ate. But Ovis Ares' jockey is saying that to Ovis Ares as well for Chadrick.
Chex is at this point leaping over the fence.
There is no
Castle
fence.
There's no fence.
What fence?
There was a fence at one point. There are signs that there might have been a fence.
Okay.
There is no difficult terrain unless you count the sheep.
They're difficult. But yes. But do I find any tampered food items on the track or in his mouth?
There appears to be a strange brown root.
I want to pull on it.
So everyone who's watching this sees Chadrick visibly lifted off the ground by the head. And instead of like they see Chadrick's hands go up and they think, oh, Chadrick is going to try to push their head out. No, Chadrick forces their right hand into the mouth. And then it comes back out again holding a small brown root. Like,
I
found it, guys.
To tell him to put me down.
Give me an animal handling check at disadvantage.
Oh my.
The smaller of those rolls is a 9 with your bonus.
Yes.
Ovis Ares Rex.
Ha! Oh, I thought that was from the sheep.
No, I had Cavill selected, so it said Cavill rolled a 7.
But still,
Whatever I
I
have
won.
selected, it rolls.
I won the contest.
No, I'm rolling to see how far Ovisaries Rex walks off with you in Ovisaries' mouth.
Oh. I hoped it was a contested roll. Oh my gosh. Keys.
What?
Okay, so
Makes things substantially easier.
it might just be me, but the way these icons are lined up right now, it looks like Ovis Aries is referring to Chadrick when Ovis Aries says to Tex, "Don't you speak to me or my son ever again."
Pretty much. Yes.
Only, in reality, because D&D is reality, whatever, Chadrick's head is still in Ovis Aries' mouth. Now, I will tell you, Chadrick has not taken any damage yet,
No, it's like a dog with an egg in its mouth.
and in certain circles, this may count as a bath.
Concerning.
Some of the more eagle-eyed kobolds are all gasping and going, "What?" when they see what Chadrick is holding up triumphantly, having pulled it out of Ovis Aries' mouth.
Is Chadrick still in Ovisaries' mouth?
Yes.
Yes.
So I just have one hand out holding whatever that is out inside.
Meanwhile, the kobold jockey is still saying, "Spit it out! Spit it out!" Also, go that way. The race endpoint is that way.
I am going to do the most ridiculous possible thing.
In this campaign? In this
I know.
session?
Gracious. Okay, that's definitely difficult.
I'm choking
No,
on my
no.
cornflakes.
This
No,
is
no.
this is in my estimation at least.
You
The
okay?
most ridiculous thing that I have seen today.
I'm fine. I keep putting more cornflakes in my mouth even though I'm not done laughing. This is self-made
Please
problem.
don't show. Don't show.
It is. Have a drink.
This
Sorry,
is up
please
there with
continue.
spending several $1,000s on candles every month. I'm wondering why your family is
My
starving.
family's starving.
Yes, so Tex, please tell me what you are doing as you enter not Chadrick's,
The bubble.
Ovis Aries Rex's airspace.
Actually, I'm specifically entering Chadrick's airspace.
Oh no.
I use bait and switch.
Why?
Wow.
What does that do besides break EO? Now, I appreciate that it breaks EO.
Always a good feature.
I think I know why
Oh,
it
yes.
breaks EO too.
When you're within 5 feet of it,
Sorry.
yeah, it's Ryan's ability.
Mhm.
I was
Oh.
going to say the goblin maneuver.
Yeah.
The goblin to the face maneuver. The goblin to the face. This
Yes.
Somewhere, a
Once
shiny
again-
discount paladin and goblin paladin barbarian with a pact
Yep.
I'm sorry, what
contact
am I?
their lawyer about copyright infringement.
So the thing is that if that is the what did you call that paladin?
Discount paladin.
What am I?
No,
You're actually
you
a
are
paladin.
actually a paladin.
You have paladin levels.
The discount paladin did not have any levels in paladin.
Ryan was a discount paladin. You're a dollar store paladin.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
I'm still technically actually one.
Not discounted, just the original price is very low.
Yes.
I've frequently called Ryan a bootleg paladin.
Gotcha.
Sorcerer and fighter combined, if I remember correctly.
Yep, divine soul.
Anyway, Tex and the ability doesn't say anything about the other creature being grappled.
I think
So
I'm
Tex-
going to invoke the no, this is funnier scenario.
The rule of
I-
cool is on.
I'm not sure which page that rule is on in the DMG, but I'm almost certain it's in the DMG.
Yeah.
And because no
I
one
can-
reads all the DMG, even the devs complain that no one reads the DMG because most of their questions are like, it's in the book. Like that teacher who says it's on the syllabus. Same deal. Anyway,
One thing
I'm
I
going
can
to say-
never find in Foundry is how to roll dice that aren't like me clicking on something and saying I want to roll this specifically. Like I want to roll a 1d8 right now.
Let's see, where was that? I know I've done that.
I go to the chat section and I type /roll 1d8.
Okay.
Like that.
Success.
Okay. My armor class is 23 for the next.
And your status is Lollipop.
Yes. And
You currently represent the Lollipop Guild.
I do. This feels so absurd.
Also, you may or may not be currently wearing a burlap sack covered in...
outfits too.
Yes. The shoulders are torn a little bit where the speakers are still sticking out.
Oh my god. Am I still in the sheep's mouth?
No, you are
No.
next
No.
to the sheep right where Tex was standing before Tex used bait and switch.
What am I wearing?
You're wearing what you normally wear. They put the burlap sack over top of what you were wearing.
I just wanted to.
You have Hildebrand's after disaster outfit.
I just wanted to make.
I don't want to look that up.
Just it's ripped.
Yeah, it's not safe for work or anything.
It's from a video game, so I'm almost certain it isn't because they want kids to play it. But never mind about that. Chadwick, you are in fact still covered in spit, at least from the chest up,
Soggy.
waist up,
I
thighs
would
up.
like to.
You are soaked now. It just all poured down.
I would like to grapple over Sarius Rex.
You are inside its mouth.
Yeah, and
Tongue.
I'm gonna grab its tongue or its uvula.
I am perfectly okay with this as an attempt. I want to see what happens with this, but I will ask you to roll at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm rolling unarmed strike. Is that right?
Well, if you're grappling,
I don't
then
re-
that
I don't
would
remember what
be a
grapple
strength
is.
check. Well, strength athletics.
Athletics. Okay, at disadvantage.
So the lowest of those two rolls was a 3 with the bonus. So
Becomes a 10? No. It's
It's a 10.
yeah, because
It's 10.
plus 4 and plus 3. So I need to make a similar roll for Ovisaries.
Keep rolling the way you've been rolling over Sarius.
No, because this time Ovisaries gets a bonus.
That's rude.
Do I roll athletics or acrobatic?
I think a sheep is very acrobatic.
Well, I mean,
Well, that was a very low roll, but it went up to a 16.
He is an athlete.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. You have successfully grappled the tongue. It is effectively not a change in what you're doing, except now everyone has seen this robot dressed as a sheep has taken what was just their head stuck in the sheep and implanted both of their arms.
Tex, I could have just cast hold person.
It's not a person.
No, it's not a person.
Or
I mean, you could have cast it. You still could
Yeah.
have cast it. It wouldn't have done anything.
The whole person has to be a humanoid.
Mm.
Yeah,
The question
but
is, does
I
Chadwick know
minded
this?
with it. Connected.
If Chadrick doesn't know it,
So-
this is mean it might work.
So here's my question. Am I correct in understanding that was a successful grapple? It was just disadvantageous to me.
What I'm saying is, game mechanics wise, it was completely unsuccessful because Ovisaries rolled higher.
Okay.
Flavor wise, I will say that you successfully managed to wrap, because that's one of the things you said you wanted to do, either the uvula or the tongue. You have successfully wrapped both of your arms around the tongue. You are holding on to the tongue, but Ovis Aries' mass and position is such that you have effectively not really changed your situation.
I want to use my second attack to suplex the sheep.
Oh my god. Can I help? Can I help? Can I
Oh
help?
my.
I want to
Can I get that Spartic inspiration?
Ellie, I think you got inspiration.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so.
Yep. Are you okay,
Oh, my.
Crash?
We killed him. We killed him. I can hear him laughing.
there are tears on my face, and I know it's bright red.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, I'm almost certain my neighbors heard me.
I heard you.
Oh.
And you walked away. Like,
Oh.
oh.
I have a low gain on my microphone, so it might have sounded like I was halfway across the room, but my head was on my desk laughing. Oh.
Yeah, it sounded like you were walking away.
I could vaguely hear someone talking about inspiration.
I think Ellie got inspiration.
I think, yeah.
So I wanted to give Tex bardic inspiration.
I also
Yes,
wanted support.
you may.
I'd like to assist.
So,
Meanwhile, Mech's off to the side going, is this how sheep races are supposed to work? Because this is chaos.
the kobold next to Mech says, actually, this is the furthest they've gotten without some kind of problem.
Okay, that was
And, like,
unexpected.
the other sheep have stopped moving. Just here too.
Well, the sheep are moving, but they're kind of just milling around. Usually it takes about 20 minutes for someone to get the sheep to cross the line.
Wow.
Actually, Chadrick, you know what you can do to help? Get the jockey off.
Rescue the
sheep.
jockey.
Before, yeah.
Okay, I would like to get the jockey off of the sheep.
Give me either an athletics or acrobatics roll to climb the sheep.
Better. Acrobatic, And the other one was...
Athletics.
Oh, they're both bad. Okay.
Oh no.
There's persuasion. You persuade the jockey to jump down, little dude.
Can I persuade him with a whip?
The jockey?
What?
Give me an attack roll.
Oh my.
Are you going to lasso that poor
Now,
jockey?
I will tell you, if this is what you're doing, this will not allow Tex to roll at advantage because you're assisting.
Okay.
But this is what Tex has asked you to do.
Okay, I'll just do this. Nope. I'm going to use
With
my
an 8.
inspiration I just got. I want this to go well, and
We don't want to splat the jockey.
This is way too much fun. Yes.
Okay, with a 19, how does your whip persuade the jockey to dismount?
By wrapping very gently around. No. Like if I want to do it, however way lets me, Dex the best. If that is Sam's whip, then it is my body tackling him off this sheep. If it is with the whip, I am wrapping it around his, gently removing him from the sheep.
What I will not say is that you may add kobold jockey to your inventory.
Oh yes.
However,
Yes.
you are now holding a sheep jockey by their little jockey shirt.
Okay, I'm adding that item.
Do not. I am not letting you.
That's what you think.
Your whip is still wrapped around their waist, and they are a little confused about how they are not currently riding a sheep anymore.
That won't work.
Kobold
but I
goes,
want it to. I forgot for a second. I just remembered the fact that text bit. I was gonna put the sheep on my.
You cut out right as you were saying where you were going to put the sheep.
I was gonna put the jockey on my back.
I mean,
the sheep.
You know what? Sure.
But Tex now has my sheep outfit.
Yes, Tex is still wearing your sheep outfit. Now, what's the inspiration die?
1 second. I accidentally
No.
closed my.
What's
bardic
Cavil's inspiration die?
Theo, I saw you light up, but you didn't say anything.
I don't know why I lit up. But I am going to maybe
Float around.
Die becomes a D8 at 5th level.
yes, it is a D8.
So you can go ahead and add a D8 to your roll, and I'm going to count this as another grapple check.
Okie dokie. And I'm going to use my inspiration to do it.
I mean, if you got inspiration from making me laugh that loud and you didn't use it, I'd be upset with you. That's a
Also, I rolled
32.
Are both
32.
19s.
Now, there is a chance, let me roll, because I might be able to do something with this athletics roll. I mean, a D20 plus 7 might get up to 32. That's a 3. So,
I think they have it. I think it might be contested.
Ovis Aries Rex has just been suplexed by something they ate.
That's going to cause food insecurity in the future.
Wait a minute. Actually, technically, no, that is not correct. Because they ate Chadrick. And then they were eating Tex, who crawled further in and still managed to do a suplex. And Chadrick has gone off to the races.
I have a jockey on my back and I'm dressed like...
You were dressed like a sheep. Now you're dressed like...
You were technically dressed like a sheep. Like,
They got a lot
I will say
longer,
that
but-
the cotton that was glued to Chadrick's face is still there.
As it should be.
So
So he has
technically
a sheep
someone...
beard.
I didn't say it was on Chadrick's chin.
It's all over.
At this point, I would like to remove myself from the sheep.
That is an out of context phrase right there.
I think that this session is 95% out of context quotes by volume.
Yeah.
I think we've been doing really
And
good.
and the other 5% is me laughing hysterically. Just that one time. So the crowd goes wild as Chadrick passes the finish line.
It's
The jockey
fastest
on
anyone's
Chadrick's
ever run sheep race.
the jockey on Chadrick's back is like, I'm not sure this counts, but I'm going with it.
They're cheering. Yeah, okay. I hope A's proud of me. I want to ring.
Do you technically count as a sheep?
Matt.
Good enough for me.
That's all.
Although I might be
Chad,
biased.
That's all Chad wanted.
The thing is that, like, you know, I've actually, they could call me, you can call me a method actor. I've really been in the...
Cavill.
I love everything about this session. Could not have gone better.
Yes.
This, I have imagery of Chadrick doing his victory lap.
Basically.
Would you please summon this sheep's owner
Am I the sheep's owner because I bested it in combat?
using the loudspeaker?
It was about,
I,
yep.
I understand that was bad phrasing, and I'm
No, I
a place
I
that
got
has
it.
magic.
Poof.
I got it. Don't worry.
With the owner of
Would the
Ovisaries...
owner of Ovisarius Rex please come to the green?
Come to the child pickup area?
Come
No,
to the
no, that's
red
for
courtesy phone.
Can they come to guest services? Your child is here.
No, the
Child
red
pickup
courtesy
areas
phone.
The white zone is for loading and unloading only. No parking in the red zone.
All bags
red
must
zone
be checked.
is for loading and
I thought
unloading
it was
any.
funny.
I thought all this was funny.
We're doing
Yeah, it was-
everything is good.
I thought it was too.
We had to reference airplane because airplane.
That's fair.
Also, you are airborne because you haven't said you landed yet. So I'm assuming you're still flying over all this, surveying everything.
I assume Cavill is flying at every possible opportunity.
This
Yep.
is true.
Apple is sort of circling at a low altitude right now.
Cavill
I do not
is
understand why I have this costume on, but I will deal with that later.
my assumption for
Chadrick.
Cavill. Sorry, you go.
Chadrick, do you still have the item you pulled from the sheep's mouth?
Oh yeah, here it is. I was holding it in my hand like a baton, like when you.
Sheep baton races. This is going to be the next thing with the kobolds.
Good luck getting this sheep to trade off. I'd like to see you practice that.
I need to point out Cavill is assuming a low Earth orbit to assert dominance.
That's
Very
true.
low one.
Yeah. Plus, also, to counterbalance the fact that I have a kobold on my back.
I will ask Chadrick
I
to come
don't
here
think
and,
this counterbalances anything.
and
You
give
say
me-
that, and we all
the-
know
the
that, but
root.
Chadrick doesn't know that.
Bah! I hand it over.
Thank you.
All right, and Mo comes across. I'm not going to add Mo's icon to this right now, but Mo the Kobold, who's spelled M-O-E,
Oh, the
like
bartender?
like eeny, meeny, miny, mo,
hmm
not M-O, who is a unwilling patron. But Mo the Kobold, who's the chef, not the bartender. Mo's in the kitchen. Dinah's off on Tuesdays. We covered this. Mo may or may not play the banjo. You don't know.
We haven't
Does-
unlocked that social stat yet.
Does approach and take a look at what Tex is holding in. What? Not again?
What's this?
So remember when Rexy had that problem and the bar kind of got shorter but spread out over a wider area?
Very well.
All right, since most of my party is out in the middle there, I'm gonna go. How far can I go?
As far as you want. We're not in combat, so
We're not
Okay.
in combat, so yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna stand over here and be like, "What is going on?"
it's like when
I
a whole
really
bunch of
wish
people
I
approach
knew.
the pitcher's mound.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what'd you say, you?
I said I really wish I knew.
Chadrick, you're standing next to Ovis Aries, correct?
Yes.
And the kobold is still on your shoulders?
Duh.
Well, that
In my
additional
inventory.
height is allowing the jockey on your shoulders to give Ovis Aries belly rubs.
Good.
Who's a good sheepy? Who's a good sheepy who only ate a couple people today?
One of them wasn't even Ovisaries' fault.
That's true.
Tex is not going to boast in the future about the fact that she suplexed a T-Rex. But she is going to allow the party to do so.
That's the rules that we
Will
have. for this.
always be your hype man, Tex.
Aww.
I mean, technically it's a sheep.
A sheeprex.
It's a
Mhm.
sheep the size of a T-Rex. We've established.
Yes. Yes. So if we want to be accurate, you suplexed a sheep that was effectively a T-Rex.
So a she-rex.
Which I think is way...
T-Rex.
Please say that again so we have a clean audio sample.
So a she-rex?
Thank you.
Feminism wins. I'm so happy. Diversity win.
Crash, your games are so chaotic, they don't make any sense. And? I'm waiting. You're welcome, I guess?
Exactly.
Oh, Millie, too soon. Too soon.
What? That goat's going to be fine.
The goat's fine.
We technically
It's
never
just
see
standing in the rainstorm.
The fence is for the goat.
We're not
Oh no.
The fence is for the goat. I don't know what you're
Jurassic goat.
That's you'd be surprised. That's what the sheep is.
One of the jokes
We'll
that
go with
stays
that.
with me after all these years from Foxtrot is the comic strip Foxtrot is the parody Jurassic Park.
Good.
Anyway,
So Mo is fuming because someone has managed to get this plant, which is indigenous to this area. It grows all around, but it's been specifically eliminated from most of this farm, specifically because it makes sheep go and attack anything that even remotely smells like alcohol, like, say, the upper half of Chadrick,
mhm.
or the lower half of pretty much Chadrick.
hmm
Which is probably why I was able to get out of its mouth so easily.
Wonder if one of the other jockeys dropped it.
It was in the ground, I believe.
Or on the ground. I mean, let's be honest, when Rexy takes a bite out of something, Rexy takes a bite out of everything around the something.
This is true. I have firsthand experience multiple times.
I mean, we could talk to the kobolds that painted the lines. We got to repaint them every race. See if they notice anything. They're supposed to inspect the track for, things like broken glass, extra pebbles, herbs that make sheep go haywire.
I
Very
have
small
some
dragons.
recommendations. I have some recommendations to make.
Is it
But-
don't feed the sheep things that make them go haywire?
I believe I can make them back at the tavern.
Smash cut to.
Are you still in the sheep costume?
Absolutely not.
Oh, dang it! I was hoping I
The sheep costume has been removed. The shoulders are significantly ripped.
The sheep costume was at least 2 sizes too small for me.
It was very form-fitting.
There's felt.
Well, in
I
some
was a-
places it was very form-fitting. In other places
I
it was
was
very,
a-
very baggy.
I was a Balenciaga sheep.
Keep in mind that the burlap sack was not altered in any way. It was a burlap tube.
Hmm.
Not known for being very stretchy.
Flexible.
Flexible, sure. Stretchy, no. There are a lot of rips. How does Chadrick feel about the destruction of Chadrick's costume?
I'm a little sad.
Miney pats Chadrick on the shoulder. in sympathy and hands Chadwick a get well soon beer.
Oh, incidentally, I hope that Tex has been hosed off at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, at the very least, a kobold sorcerer came by and said prestidigitation about 20 times.
Fair enough.
The first 10 times, after the first 10 times, someone had to point out that everyone knew that the kobold was just saying prestidigitation. And then the remaining 10 times, they actually cast the spell. They thought it would be funny.
It's a ritual. You say prestidigitation about twice as many times as you think you have to actually cast it.
After the sewer incident, I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah.
After you basically created a prestidigitation Leidenfrost effect.
The bubble of prestidigitation.
Oh my.
That's canon, by the way.
Yep.
I
So-
love everything about all of this.
Tex
Except
is
for the
going to make 3 major suggestions. First, they need to hire a crew that is not beholden to any of the teams that are racing sheep to check the track just before the race, and this is going to involve a spellcaster because or an artifact because they're going to have to detect magic, and that crew needs to have a disclosure policy so that any gifts above a certain amount that crew receives from any participant in the races needs to be disclosed. Second, they need to think about training rather than breeding.
Mo does that thing where they sort of like lean backwards a little bit and put the fingers of one hand over their heart with their mouth open.
I understand.
What are
this
you
goes-
implying, good ma'am?
I am implying that
The sheep.
the largest sheep on the field went the smallest distance. And
Well,
that
this time-
none of the sheep managed to follow the track.
What's your point?
I think maybe they need someone who's very fast to have a nice, tasty bit of treat and run around the track in front of the sheep so that the sheep, follow the track.
Either focus on training so that the sheep know that they have to go in an oval, or make the track straight.
I mean, the sheep didn't go straight either.
No,
People went everywhere.
We're not gonna make the track. We're not gonna force the track to be straight. It's Pride Month.
Yeah, true. This would be the worst month to do that.
We'd have to get rid of like 3/4 of all of our books. What do you think this is, Florida?
Oh.
Mech, I have a favor to ask.
Okay, what is it?
Would you please tell me that just this once it is acceptable for Warforged to drink?
Oh, would you like something to drink? And I pull out my blessed flask.
Apparently it's acceptable.
Tex takes a drink.
So I know that the bar is out of alcohol, so here you go.
It's been 24 hours. They brewed up something.
And
Remember,
she'd
they
watched-
gave you a get well soon beer.
Oh, that's
It
true.
might actually be beer in air quotes,
Oh, wow.
but it has a kick to it.
Moonshine.
The yeast is still spicy.
No, because remember, most kobolds are nocturnal. It's sunshine,
Right.
liquid
right.
sunshine.
But yeah, the yeast is still spicy. It's still growing.
Oh, we were supposed to use yeast?
What do you think beer is?
Mo pulls out a
Every-
notebook and writes yeast.
Hops?
Every drink they're selling right now is just it's Gear Grinder Ultra at various levels of dilution.
So I take the flask once after you have your sip. I hand the flask to this and have them have a sip.
Oh, so that's how that's made.
Taste the difference between that and that. Let me write you
Mine's
a
like, Mo, you're our chef. How do you not know how to make alcohol?
Chef doesn't mean brewer.
I work with mutton.
That's true.
What's
write
been
down,
in the drinks before?
Maybe you don't
A
want
lot
to
of
know
it
the
was
answer to
imported.
Blood wine!
I write down the recipe for beer.
Blood wine, blood wine.
Years from now, Chad will be remembered as the one who gave the gift of beer to kobolds.
that. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Each of my characters is being remembered by the cold for something different.
Yes, although this might have lasting damage.
Good.
And
Bobby,
why
would
is-
you come here, please?
Why does the map still say EO is at the racetrack?
Because Eo's having a good
I don't
time.
know.
Okay,
know why
I'm
it says
I'm switching
there.
over
I don't
and
know
back.
how to.
Eo's having a good time.
It's supposed. When I activated the roadside tavern map, it was supposed to pull all of you over to the roadside tavern.
No, I'm still there
I
too.
see Cavill here. Yes.
I'm in both.
Well, yes, but I was looking at where it said each person was able to see. Like right now, it's telling me that Beth is at the racetrack, looking at the racetrack. Yes, you see Beth's
I mean-
character here on the roadside tavern because the character is on all the maps.
ah,
Okay.
I'm a cat. I'm in multiple places at once.
Okay, Schrodinger.
I mean,
Yeah, you got it.
Mhm.
Hobby,
All right.
would you come here, please?
Can someone please move Hobby over because the player is putting stuff away from grocery shopping.
Ah,
Really, except for sheep, I have not been caring that much where the characters are.
Nah.
As you can see, I am much, much larger than Hobby. However, Hobby is much, much faster than I am.
Mhm.
If we were to have a race, Hobby would almost certainly win because Hobby is much faster than I am,
Plus, I
regardless
could-
of the fact that I am extremely large.
Plus, I could climb on top of you and then just jump off at the last minute.
This is also true.
I suppose
So-
it would be fascinating if they started breeding for the smartest sheep.
I don't think we can do that.
Why not?
That requires there to be intelligence.
Find one of them that's got slightly smart. I know. We could have Chadrick find the smart ones.
You want me to mind meld and
Telepathically.
look at their intelligence scores?
No, you just go in telepathically and you figure out which ones are the smartest.
So what I said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do I investigate or do I pursue smarter?
Here's the question. If you find a sheep that likes the smell of beer, do you automatically decide that they're more intelligent?
oh, that's a good question.
I don't know. Is that a sign of intelligence? Not.
It's a sign of competition, Chadrick. You don't want that.
It's a sign that intelligence will be dropping very soon.
It's competition. They want your beer, Chadrick. You don't want to breed that one. You want to keep that one for yourself.
Did you make character sheets for all the sheep, Chad?
Technically, if you look at their stats, they are all Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Just some are smaller than others.
Okay.
Doesn't
I
that
made
mean some of
Ovisaries
the
Rex first,
Velociraptors?
and then I just duplicated it.
Well, I just wanted to check if there was like one with a
It's-
better intelligence score.
The hope was that no one would ever attempt to attack one of the quote-unquote normal sheep. Which would require me to look up actual stats for sheep.
I don't know what intelligence is.
Well, you know what they say. If the human brain was simple enough for us to understand it, we wouldn't understand it.
I just kind of. Which one's the most friendly?
Ovisaries Rex gave you a bath.
Yeah, I really like.
What was that friend shaped or was that
Well, the thing is that he didn't hurt me. It was kind of like a dog holding.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out, no one took a single point of damage this session.
Yeah, there was zero
wow.
work done. I just kind of got to like be carried around,
like a toy?
and he even let me like grab things out without any
Yeah,
sort of
it-
fuss.
They didn't drop you. Actually,
And
we don't
to
know
be
if it's a
fair,
boy or
they
girl yet.
didn't even try to drop text.
They didn't get much of a
Text
chance.
Oh
Also,
my gosh.
to be entirely honest, I would love to see an entire species of giant T-Rex sized sheep doing races.
I think I can Eeny, Meeny, and Miny all yell at Mo at the same time. Just say, no!
No? Eeny, meeny, miny, no?
Pretty much. At this exact moment, the front door bursts inward. It was supposed to open outward, but it bursts inward anyway.
Oh.
And there
Tex
is
draws her weapon.
a kobold in a wide floppy hat, not like the one seen at the Derby, who's in the doorway. And they say, "Right, I am in the mood for a drink. Give me something that's on fire." And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh, all right.
I see how it is.
Yeah, I don't feel like role-playing Monty right now. Because we've been playing for 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, we have.
Valid,
So-
valid.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's not including the pauses.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
But is including the parts that I'll cut out because we were silent for a while.
I was going to say, strictly speaking, we've been playing for about 30 minutes.
Well, it depends on your definition of playing. For some volume of playing. But thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for joining. My name is Crash. I was your blah blah blah. My name was Crash. I used words, sometimes in the right order. And sometimes they were words.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I may be out of words.
Ooh.
With us was Beth, Ellie, Eo, Jen, and Millie.
Wait.
And we have things to plug. EO's mom writes books.
At elizabeth-mccoy.com.
Expect me to be
It's a
nice here enough to do a plug.
Yeah.
That-
Somebody's got to do a plug. Speaking of books,
It's been years, and that still has a hyphen. And get on me about that.
well, I mean, what is brain?
I say
Tell
it's
me-
high time you turn it into an underscore.
No.
Well, the thing is, we own the domain name without the hyphen. I just haven't directed it to the right place yet.
Whoops.
Okay.
Anyway, speaking of books,
Okay, my website is Book of Jen at bookofjen.net. It's got quite a bit of Diablo stuff on it right now, as usual. Also some book reviews and whatever else I feel like writing. You can find that at, again, bookofjen.net. I'm also the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which has an episode come out every Saturday. It is mostly about the Diablo series of games and whatever the company is doing, and you can find that at shatteredsoulstone.com.
Oh, Jen, I keep meaning to ask you if you've played Path of Exile.
I have not.
Okay. EO has started playing it. It's a Diablo-like game.
Right. I'm aware of it, but I just haven't had the time to get there. And with Diablo
Gotcha.
4 released
Yeah,
now
I
for
understand.
early play, and then I won't get in until the 6th because I bought the smallest priced box because it seemed like a good idea. But I did
I'm
play
not
in
sure.
both of the betas and the Server Slam, so I kind of have an idea of what the game will be like. Anyway, you were saying, AO.
I am not sure how much you would enjoy Path of Exile, given that the skill trees look like
Sprawling ground shrubbery.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
That's interesting.
I was somewhat correct in my metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's supposed
Actually, the
to
word
be
like was
skill
used with a
trees
simile.
in Diablo 4, but I don't know how they compare to this one.
that sure
That
is
is
the
about 1/3 of it.
Oh my.
that sure is something. It's pretty.
They
It's
used
pretty.
a slime mold to create the pathing for the skill tree.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of people that are very big into the Diablo games that do play Path of Exile. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Fair enough.
At some point, I'm
And
going to need
speaking
to
of
get.
social media,
I run Elek.xyz. That's ELEKK.xyz. It is a Schrodinger's Federated social media based about gaming and nerdy pursuits without having to worry about any alcohol.
You were cutting out there for a bit.
Love that.
I have to take a lot of breaks in what I was saying.
fair enough.
But basically, it's a social media that is where you don't have to worry about seeing somebody be weirdly homophobic or racist at you while you talk about video games. Don't get insulted for video games that you like. It's a wild idea.
Sounds excellent. I don't know who started it, but I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I think they're a pretty cool person, the person who started the site. I think they're pretty rad. It's not me.
And speaking of what Crash was about to say before I interrupted it,
I forgot. So I'll change the topic. Hey, you want to help us keep the lights on? You can join our Patreon. This is not what I was going to talk about. I literally have forgotten the other thing.
Patreon?
Patreon.com/cogwheelgaming. What? I'm sorry?
Patreon?
Patreon.
.com/cogwheelgaming. Help us keep the lights on along with other illustrious patrons.
Oof, we've been playing
Words.
for too long.
Other illustrious
Including-
Pentiums.
It's all about the Pentiums, baby. You want to be hackers, code crackers, slackers, 9 to 5 chilling at Hewlett Packard? Never
I
mind.
have to identify with these people, including
Chris, Ellie, Eric, Shen, Walter, and patron emeritus Cindy. Until next time, this is Crash saying,
I wasn't even supposed to be in this game.
good night, everybody.